little dear ones, join me while I make or assemble a summer salad. I have here organic watermelon, organic kiwi, organic blueberries, organic red grapes, organic pineapples, and organic mango, as well as some organic pumpkin seeds and organic hulled hemp seeds and organic tamarind, lemon and lime dressing. I think some people wonder why I seem almost possessed with organic food. When I was late in perimenopause, I started to feel the food. I'm going to add the watermelon to the bowl. I started to feel my food. I literally had, and throughout my perimenopause, developed full food allergies to 12 additional foods other than what I was already allergic to, which was milk and eggs. And so I had to stop eating those foods. But though I got cleaner in my eating at the pineapples, I still was feeling my food. And I don't think I realized it until I did an experiment one night. I'm gonna add the mangoes. I decided that I was going to try a meal that was completely organic. All of the ingredients were organic, and see what happened. Well, I did that, and I ate. And at that time, I wasn't raw. I was still cooking food because I hadn't started getting the visceral fat around my midsection that I got at menopause and after. So I cooked a meal. It was all organic, and I ate. And I didn't particularly look for anything, but I realized a few hours later, adding the kiwi, and this is golden kiwi. I like green kiwi too, but that's what Mom's had, and almost all of this has come from Mom's, except these blueberries, which I got from Costco, and I'm going to add some of those next. Well, a couple of hours later, I noticed that my body didn't feel sick, like I had side effects from my food. And I realized that I had developed a hypersensitivity to the pesticides that conventional growers use to prevent pests from eating their foods or ruining them or making them look ugly or whatever it is they use it for. And from that moment on, I was all organic. I literally was all in. I will not touch anything that's not organic. In fact, I stopped shopping at one of those supposedly organic big box stores that we all know that has the name of a rainforest, because they did not think it was necessary, I guess, to not cross-contaminate the foods. I need to pick the grapes off if they're vines, so bear with me while I do that and add them to the salad. A couple of times I went into that store and I bought some groceries. There's one right up the street from me, so it was convenient. I could walk up the street, and I did, and I wanted to walk, so I walked up there to grab some food and got home and ate a couple of things. And there were 3 things I bought that were not organic, although they were marked organic. Cabbage, onions, and cucumbers. And I got sick. I would not go back there to buy any produce. So that's why I eat all organic. I do think it's better for your body and all the things, but just simply put, the chemicals in conventional foods were making me ill. So I stopped eating them. I went raw when I started getting that like visceral fat that a lot of women get, or a lot of people get after 60, after menopause, and it freaked me out. I could not understand what was going on with my body. I didn't feel as well. Even eating organic food, I sort of felt toxified because apparently, according to my research anyway, though the visceral fat produces toxins, regardless of whether or not you eat foods that have them in them. And so I didn't want that. I hated it. The visceral fat terrified me. I wasn't clear about what was going on. I had a father who was battling obesity, and he had gotten really sick, ended up in the hospital. He was diabetic. I didn't want any of that. I had not had any health problems. I don't have any chronic health issues because of the way that I've taken care of myself. If you watched my video, what my grandmother told me when I was 17, you'll understand why I have been taking care of myself the way I have for most of my life. I did not want to be one of those older people who had all these chronic health problems. Now, I've had some other issues, and my other videos go into some of those, but not really health issues, and it's because of the way that I eat. Give me a second. I need to go grab a spoon. Okay, back. So I'm going to mix my salad. Now, this is meat for me, but there's no way me, my little self, can eat all this. It's one of the things that happened to me as I got older, and I was told this would happen to me by an older woman when I was in my early 40s, that most women, once they get to a certain age, eat much less. I thought she was ridiculous because I had a voracious appetite at the time, and I could eat this whole bowl of fruit. Now, yeah, this will last me a few days. Okay, so I'm obviously stirring the fruit. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It's going to taste good. It's going to be good for me. I'm not going to have any side effects from pesticides. I'm going to add now these pumpkin seeds as a garnish, and this organic hulled hemp seed, which doesn't have any like hard parts in it that like break on your teeth. And then finally this tamarind dressing. And that's it. That's how simple this was. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, be well, dear ones.